All right, we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
GIS.
Oh, you guys are nice. What's up, guys? Got back from the Global Insurance Symposium late last night, and wanted to pop in here and give you guys some thoughts that I have. In particular, this is going to be kind of ranty. I'm going to give you the %1 indicator that an InsurTech startup is going to fail. This is hands down. This is one of the, this is 98% of the time. This single test is going to tell you whether or not an InsurTech startup is going to fail. Now, it's not the only indicator that an InsurTech startup is going to fail, but it is like 98% accurate. And here it is. Broker. Do they use the term broker? So if that startup is working in the United States of America and they refer to agents as brokers, toast. 98% of the time, absolutely no chance they will fail, because it means they have little to no idea what goes on in our marketplace. So if you're an InsurTech startup and you're using the term broker when referring to agents, please stop. You don't understand the industry. You don't understand what that word means. You don't understand that there is a discernible and licensed difference between what a broker and an agent actually is. And just from a pure parlance, from a terminology standpoint, from a relevancy standpoint, if you're rolling around the circuit talking about how brokers don't understand this and brokers don't understand that, it's really tough for me to take you seriously. And frankly, just out of pure spite and for your lack of understanding and respect for what it means to work in this incredible industry, I kind of hope you don't make it, because there's so many other people who take the time to invest themselves and learn about the business. So when you walk into a conversation and the first thing that you say is, brokers don't understand, I just click, I turn you off, and I just say, I don't care. I've lost interest. The nuances matter. The words matter. They matter when you talk about these things. And here's the flip side of that. If you've invested yourself in this industry and you still feel that agents and the agent distribution channel is obsolete, but you firmly understand what you're talking about, you firmly understand the value proposition, what independent agents bring to the table, then game on. Like, let's go. Like, I'm into it. That is a competitor that I look forward to working against, because they're going to push, because they understand what it means to be in this industry. So I just wanted to go on that little rant. I heard 4 or 5 times at GIS, most of the time, and again, most of the time these are younger people who've come out of college and done their masters on some analytical thing and ran a regression analysis which told them that the insurance industry was ripe for disruption, and now think, kind of trot around to all their VC buddies and tell them, brokers are obsolete, my product's gonna fix all that. And I kind of want to pat them on the head and be like, that's nice, I'll see you in 3 or 4 startups. But that was that's just my rant for the day. I'm kind of ranty today. I've been on the road a lot lately. Truthfully though, GIS was home run event. So happy to be there for the couple, like I said, the little smattering of organizations that I didn't have a tremendous amount of respect for. There were 100-fold that I mean, we spent the entire night just geeking out on data modeling and cat losses and insuring the coasts and the different startups that are attacking underwriting methods. Because again, we can talk about distribution till we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, like, you gotta underwrite and pay claims or you don't actually have an insurance business. So it just tremendous event. If you're interested in the technology space at all, I highly recommend the Global Insurance Symposium as an event to attend. I'm so happy that they asked me to speak. Got to do 12 minutes in front of Miguel Edwards from Allstate, who's an incredible professional, Donna Peoples from Pipe Drive, and Alan Egbert, who is with Ask Kodiak, as you guys all know, one of our newest InsurTech partners. So just incredible people to be around. Highly recommend the event. I'm gonna leave you guys with actually a few of the people that I met who I thought were just incredible, and I wanted to get their thoughts. And those are Dr. Robin Kira, Stephen Goldstein, who writes for Daily FinTech and just a tremendous professional, actually came out of the Asian market, and Nick Lampernelli from Insurance Nerds. Just three guys I respect the heck out of, and I wanted to share some of their thoughts with you that I got at this symposium as we get out of here. What can agencies start doing that's tangible to them?
So what you could do tomorrow really is think about putting a lot of content out there so that your customers don't only get to know you once a year, twice a year, but actually that you become the daily companion of your customers today. Share what you know, let them know you, and then trust comes, and sooner or later also revenue and business out of it. That's my opinion.
Do you think that insurance consumers actually care to hear from their insurance professionals?
Well, from who do you buy? You buy from your friend, if it's a person you trust. And of course people want to know who is actually the person selling me the 100,000 life insurance product or a health insurance product that kick in only in time of crisis. And I think you need to build up trust, and that's one method, I think.
Like, what are some of the things that you think we could either take from the Asian market and bring here, or just differences that you see that are either positive or negative?
The biggest thing is that the understanding and needs of insurance are very different in both markets. So here in the States, or even in Europe, and to a certain extent, people have insurance. Insurance penetration is decently high, and they're at least used to what they can see with insurance, where in Asia, a lot of people that are maybe meeting an agent or hearing a brand for the first time are really only experiencing insurance for the first time. So a lot of the engagement that we see in Asia is really around educating them on the insurance and getting them that kind of micro coverage, something that will be an introduction to insurance, so then they can understand what the wider spectrum of coverage and protection can be. I think letting them know what it is that you're helping them do, and I think we go to the basics in Asia, but I think sometimes we have to go to the basics here too, and oftentimes people don't really understand what they're getting with insurance, and I think if agents can do a better job of explaining that from a very layman, practical perspective of how it's going to impact their life, that's going to be a game changer for everyone. We talk about the constructs and the technical things about insurance, the coverages, the deductibles, the limits and whatever. Break it down to something that's bite-sized and understandable for your customers, because that's most important anyway.
How do we make it cool for you to nerd out on flood insurance, whatever the hell we were talking about last night?
Because I think you have to separate it from the stereotype that exists, that, you know, when you're talking about very specific things, dig into those specific things. So, like you, for instance, you're like my role model, because here you're doing like cool stuff with video and B-rolls. You taught me what a B-roll was. And things like that. So I think it's digging into going beyond the shallow, and you know, insurance is something you buy for your car in case you get into an accident, and digging into the details about, well, it's a difficult product to sell, so there's a whole art and science to convincing someone that they need that. Then there's like the actuarial stuff. How do you price it? What happens after a policy gets issued? What happens when a hailstorm comes and, you know, hits a bunch of dealerships and wipes out a whole bunch of cars? How do those claims get paid? Like, all of those have very unique stories that I think if you just dig in just a little bit deeper and tell those personal stories about how that job function gets done, that's exciting. To me, that's very exciting.
Make sure you're listening to the Insurance Nerds podcast and watching Dr. Robbins' YouTube videos that he does and reading Steven's articles on Daily FinTech. They're just smart as hell. So guys, who we connect to, who we know, it's how we drive our own businesses forward. We need to be more invested in the InsurTech space, not from the fear, we might get disrupted standpoint, but how do we use some of these new technology tools to drive our business forward and provide a better product to our clients? The carriers are already thinking there. My agent friends, you guys are the ones that need to catch up. There's just not enough of us focused on this space and understanding what it means for our business. So, all right, if you have questions, comments, thoughts, leave them below. Leave those comments and thoughts below. If you like this video, pound that like button. That's how other people find it. And if you are not yet, please subscribe to this channel. That's how you get all the future updates from not just me, but Joey and Sydney as well. All right, guys, love you, appreciate you. Be good. I'm out of here.